I forgot what I was gonna say. Just like, it's Wednesday. I spent the morning working from home, which was great. Just did a call with the Skool Pro people. For those of you who don't know Skool Pro, you need to check them out. I'm gonna link it below. It's a nominal monthly fee, but if you're an agency owner or a design freelancer, I highly recommend joining the group, becoming part of this conversation. Hey, where'd you put my phone? Little problem, I can't find my phone anywhere. So, I got it! I can never keep track of this thing. Other than the Skool Pro call, haven't really done much. Got a couple of emails knocked out. We got some great news about a big branding project yesterday, so I'm super excited about that, and we're gonna be spinning up on that soon, and I will explain what's going on very shortly. By the way, Elise and Willow are at baby story time, so I've had the house to myself all morning, which is why I feel so refreshed, because this is like the first time in 9 months since I've had the house to myself. So I pulled a list of topics together that I thought that you guys would value, and I'm starting to structure the channel a little bit better according to the different types of content that I want to put out. I'm gonna keep putting out like the family vlogs and stuff, simply because we've got family all over the country, and it's just an awesome way to say, hey, this is what we got going on. All that kind of stuff, Adventures with Willow, that's gonna go in a playlist called Fun Vlogs. Feel free to browse, it's not just for family, but yeah. The lighting in this apartment is awesome. I really wish that the office had this many windows. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. And this window is 12 feet tall. So you can imagine, look, there's the loft up there. So for the rest of the day, I gotta stop by the bank, and then we'll head to the office. What's really cool is that Elise and Willow are gonna pick me up. We're all gonna go to the bank together, and then she's gonna drop me off at work, which is fantastic, because I get to see my kid. Baby's asleep, which sucks, because you don't really want to wake her up, but I am still off of elevators, 100% stairs for like 3 weeks now. What got me on the train of thought for this vlog was I saw this GIF. It says, "Don't pick up a design book, go live your life." That got me on the train of thought, like, what do I do when I'm stuck creatively? And for me, a lot of it has to do with schedule. So I am really productively creative between like 8 and 11, 12 in the morning. And then at night, for some reason, between 9 and 11 p.m. And I think that's why I do all my vlog editing at that time, and I try to tackle like really difficult creative problems in the morning. And I saw an article, I couldn't find it for purposes of this vlog, but being creative, having that last creative surge right before you go to bed, actually has something to do with your frontal cortex being exhausted by the day, and it starts to shut down, which allows the rest of your brain more energy. So that was really interesting in science that I did not understand. Another thing that I do is I stash tools all around the house, the office. So I got a couple of dry erase markers in the shower, just in case. Laptop at the ready, pretty much wherever I am in the house. I've also got, you know, an extra computer at the house, kind of like a home office setup. And I've got sketchbooks everywhere. Literally, there's one right here. So I try to have these tools like stashed everywhere so that the moment something hits, I can just pick something up, write it down, or sit down on the computer and flesh it out in Keynote or Photoshop, something like that. Okay, but what happens when you're stuck, right? If you get stuck, there's a few things that you can do to get yourself unstuck. The first being, don't multitask. Don't check your email, turn your phone off, don't be you know, watching a show, listening to music, and I don't know why you would do that, but stop multitasking. Go for it, yeah. Just edit this out. Perfect example. You also need to manage distractions. So things that like kind of come out of left field, if you can prevent them, do so. That's why I said, turn off your phone. Really concentrate on short bursts of highly concentrated effort. That's also a strategy that we use here in Burt Creative, is we do design sprints. And that's where we literally sit down and, you know, I'll tell one of my guys to say, hey, look, I want to see 50 logo concepts sketched out, just thumbnails in a sketchbook in the next 2 hours. And so that forces you to spend less than 2 minutes per concept. And it's just basically just gets all the bad ideas on paper so that those good ideas can start flowing. That's the way that we've created, you know, a lot of our really successful logos are those sketching sprints. If you're a writer, you can do the same thing. You can basically just sit down and stream of consciousness, start writing. I've done that before. If I'm stuck on a blog post, I'll just start writing whatever I'm thinking. You know, you get 300 words in, and now you're in the zone. So that's a immensely helpful technique that I've used. Another thing that I do is I'll call a friend, and a friend that's not a designer or a creative or someone that is involved with, you know, creative career at all. I've got a buddy that really thinks differently, and you know, I'll call him and talk about concepts with him, and he is in a completely unrelated career, and he's just a great sounding board. The last thing is you really have to know yourself. You have to have enough confidence in yourself and your abilities to know that you're going to pull out of the nosedive. Now, admittedly, that's not a tactic that you can use when you're stuck. It's more like you need to build that every single day. Monitor that internal dialogue that you're having with yourself. Are you being positive? Okay. What do you do when you're absolutely stuck?
I think like sometimes when you're absolutely stuck, you have to go do something else. Like you can't continue to dwell on something. You have to like come back, maybe do something like 100% and then come back with a totally reset mind. That way you can just like grind back in and your perspective's totally fresh again. And well, usually for me that works too, so.
Nice. There's like this cord right here. I have to get an extension cord. It does not make it easy to like step in and out of frame, which is kind of like a natural thing that you need to do. Rest of the night, AIGA has a drink and draw tonight. It's over at the Vale Brewing Company in Richmond. Gonna head over there after pop in and check on the baby.